Hello everybody, welcome back. And as you see by the title, this video is going to be, I almost want to say, Sarah and I actually had the question if we were going to make this video, but Katie Mccabe herself came out with a statement about this. And I'm going to take an angle on this video. You know how like a lot of times we could just say what happened? I kind of want to take an angle on this story.
Yeah, I'd love to hear about that angle, Bob.
But what we're talking about and what I think most people who at least follow Arsenal or follow Katie Mccabe or follow this kind of stuff, I think most people have heard about the story by this point. It happened a few days ago. But the big story, and like I said, Katie Mccabe has already come out and addressed the situation. I guess I'll give the premise of the story and then we'll say what Katie had to say about it because some wild things were going on. Basically, Katie Mccabe was on holiday in Ibiza. On holiday, and that's one of her favorite places to go. I feel like most people from England, that's like one of their nice places to go, or
It's the go-to spot.
Yeah, we all know that she loves to go there, and she was in Ibiza. When you go, you kind of party. She's young, rich, and famous. All good. And she was there, and she was at like a club, and it was a situation where there was, cameras everywhere, and at some point in the night, somebody caught her embrace what it looked like to be embracing not just a man but a woman, kissing them. That's kind of what it looked like, but you really don't see it in detail. The video is grainy. We're not going to play the video, but that's kind of what it looks like. So people and it was someone at the club, and it wasn't really secret recording because Katie knew that there was cameras everywhere, so I wouldn't necessarily call it secret recording, but it looked like she could have been kissing a man and then another person, which was a female. And that's kind of what the story ran with. People were saying, oh my gosh, she's cheated on Caitlyn. Oh my gosh. I even responded to a comment before Katie came out with her comment saying maybe they have an understanding. I don't know what's going on. And then Katie Mccabe yesterday came out with a Snapchat video saying basically said she wasn't cheating. That's not what she was doing. I might play her Snapchat video of what she said.
Hey guys, I've had a mad busy day, so I'm just kind of sitting down, and I don't really usually do this type of stuff or respond to these types of things because it's literally people spreading rubbish on social media, and yeah, I can't really control what people make up. But can I just ask, to those of you who have taken hours and hours out of your life to try and cause an issue, have you ever tried to talk to a friend next to a DJ booth? Yeah, it's honestly been awful to see the rumours that have been spread. So, rather than spread the inaccurate rumours and gossip, why don't you think about how it would feel if you were being sent those abusive messages for something that you didn't actually do? It's not been nice. It's not nice to hear, read. Yeah. But I guess the social media platforms are probably dealing with these accounts now that's shared. So, yeah, I'm cool, but I just want to clear it up. You wouldn't be doing that in front of thousands of people on stage. So yeah, let people have a rare night off with their mates. And yeah, I guess to all the good ones I see and I appreciate all the support. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon.
But I'll read it.
Katie Mccabe hits back at awful rumors and gossip spread by online trolls about her Ibiza holiday. Katie Mccabe has responded to her holiday in Ibiza being the subject of online trolls. A video of her trying to talk to a female friend in a typically noisy nightclub was seized upon by trolls to spread rubbish about it. The impact of what was said had clearly worn on her. The Ireland captain spoke out against such baseless talk spreading like wildfire. Talking to her Snapchat account, a weary Mccabe said, "Hey guys, I've had a mad busy day, so I'm just kind of sitting down. I don't usually really do this type of stuff or respond to these types of things because it's literally people spreading rubbish on social media, and I can't really control what people make up. But can I just ask to those of you who have taken hours and hours out of your life to try and cause an issue, have you ever tried to talk to a friend next to a DJ booth?" That's a good point. you practically have to make out with them to actually have them hear you. It's honestly been awful to see the rumors that have been spread. So, like, rather than spread the inaccurate rumors and gossip, why don't you think about how it would feel if you were sent those abusive messages for someone that you didn't actually do? It's not been nice. It's not nice to hear or read. But I guess the social media platforms are probably dealing with these accounts, and now that's shared. So I'm cool, but I just wanted to clear that up. You wouldn't be doing that in front of thousands of people on stage. So yeah, let people have a rare night off with their mates. To all the good ones, I see you and I appreciate the support, and I'll see you guys soon.
Okay, so she basically said she wasn't kissing them. She got too close. She got very close to them because trying to talk in a nightclub, you have to get that close to try to talk to someone.
It would be so wild for her to actually do that. So I don't think she was actually doing that. You know what I mean? Like, especially with lots of cameras pointed at you and the whole world watching you, it's like no one would do that. So
okay, I believe her. I'm not saying I don't believe her. I 100% believe her. She wasn't cheating. But devil's advocate would be, if you're that drunk, sometimes you don't know what's going on. You kind of go wild.
Oh, yes, I forgot. Drinking is a part of the nightclub scene.
And then there's actually another component to it. One of the it looked like she kissed a boy and it looked like she kissed a girl. At the time, I don't think anyone realized it. But what we later found out is that person she was allegedly kissing was Amber Gill, which is Jen Beattie's ex-girlfriend. And then apparently, I don't know if I'll put this on the screen, but apparently someone DM'd her kind of like, how could you, what did they say? Do you like to ruin relationships? Do you like to try to ruin people's relationships by kissing Katie, knowing she has a girlfriend? And then basically Amber says, I was on FaceTime with Caitlin at that night in the club. The fans need to stop doing this all the time. And she basically said, I would not kiss Katie. I wouldn't do that. You got to stop these rumors because I wouldn't do that either. So that's kind of the story. Because I think, the whole context of people think she's cheated before, that people have the thought that she cheated on Ruesha, so this kind of confirms Katie's a cheater. You know what I mean? I think people roll with that, especially on social media. People will roll with that, saying, this just proves that she's cheating. I feel so bad for Caitlin. Or the other thing is, Caitlin possibly cheated, so maybe this is revenge kind of things. Those are what people are saying. I don't agree with those things. But I will be honest, when I first saw this, I was kind of like, maybe, maybe she was, maybe she wasn't. And this is where I'm taking the angle on it. This is the angle I have. Even if she was kissing someone else, it's kind of like, that's something they have to deal with. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, I had this thought, like celebrities in general, we put a lot of these people, a lot of celebrities on pedestals that they themselves don't really want to be on, and they're not, perfect people. And a lot of times celebrities do some, things that are immoral or not moral, and they're really imperfect people at the end of the day. The majority of celebrities, especially with all that money and fame, sometimes, a lot of them just do bad things. And I'm not talking about Katie and I'm not talking about anyone in particular, but just celebrity culture in general. So when I say maybe she was kissing her, I didn't think anything negative really extra about Katie. You get what I'm saying by that? Like, I'm like, oh, okay, that's not good, but it doesn't affect my life.
Well, you thought, oh, that's fun. She's fun. No,
she's fun. So I guess that's my angle on it. Even if she was kissing her, which she wasn't, I don't think she was, she's a person who maybe made a mistake, and hopefully, because hopefully if Caitlin didn't know about it, she knows about it now. Now that didn't happen, but I guess that was kind of my angle on it, especially when you're young, though. There's a lot of celebrities you really like, and you see them doing something like naughty. Like but in the video, allegedly it looked like she was vaping. So she's possibly vaping. Now, do I think vaping is like the best idea for an athlete and all this the thing? And do I think really she should be vaping? Probably not as a soccer player, but I'm like, it's her choice. Now again, if I was a huge Arsenal supporter, Irish supporter, and said, oh my God, she's going to lose the title because she's vaping. Well, maybe not, but I'm sure they do a lot worse. Baseball players used to smoke cigarettes inside the dugout.
gross.
And so I guess my point with that is maybe she was vaping. It looked like she was, but it's like, then this is my also angle on it. If for some reason you don't want to be a fan of hers because she was vaping, that's okay too. You know what I mean? Like, hey, you were a fan, now you're not. Now it's your choice. So if she was vaping and you really are against that and you're like not really a fan as much, okay, there's nothing wrong with that either. So that's kind of my angle on this story.
Yeah, everybody expects like celebrities, especially, and like, you know, people in the spotlight to be like perfect, but they are very imperfect.
Right. And if a celebrity does something you kind of don't like, it's okay to just be like, hey, I was your fan, now I'm not. But I think the part where people go around on the internet really saying nasty things, kind of being a faceless person that can be like really harsh, I think that's the part where it's the most concerning, where people, you know, are saying things, maybe sending them to Katie or Amber or whatever. That's the part where I'm just like, if you don't want to be their fan, that's okay. Just, you know, that part's okay. Oh, I'm not your fan anymore. So yeah, that's kind of my angle on the story too. I guess since, you know, we're getting older, it's like nothing surprises me anymore. And also, but I guess the also point is, if Katie was cheating and she wouldn't have known unless she saw this video, then maybe some people think that they're helping Caitlyn. Maybe that's kind of the thought too. I guess I could see that angle. Or the other thing is, like, if Caitlyn's okay with Katie out having fun, kind of hanging on people, which that most people kind of do when you're out in the club, as long as Caitlyn's okay, pretty much, then it, you know, no one should have a problem with that either. Like Amber said, she was FaceTiming Caitlyn. She knew what was going on. But like I said, even if Katie actually was cheating, at that point, there's nothing you can do as a fan. You can stop being a fan, which is okay. I think that's kind of almost controversial to be like, but I think some people, when they really look up to some of these players, like really, it's really hard to have a celebrity or a famous athlete that you really look up to, then you feel like you've been let down. I think that is hard as a fan, but that's just the way it goes. Also, some people noticed that on TikTok, the videos going around, I think it's still pretty much on TikTok. I was just looking at it earlier to see if it was still up on TikTok, because on Twitter, a lot of them had been taken down, but on TikTok, a lot of them were still up. One of the people who had posted the video, I don't know if it was the original, Beth Mead actually liked or saved the video or liked the video from her official account. And so people were saying, oh, Beth Mead's even interested in the drama. And this was a few days ago. But the way I kind of took that is Beth either saved it to show Katie, to say, hey, this is what's going on, or she just saved it to report, or saved it to report it, or, you know, there's a lot of reasons why you would save a video, or because you would want to reference it back if someone, you know, if you need to find it in your TikTok. Because once you scroll away from a video, sometimes it's very hard to find that video again.
Yeah, that's true.
So I didn't think anything was weird about that. Also, I had made a comment last video about, this is kind of segue a little bit, but I had kind of made a comment that ever since Katie and Caitlyn had gotten together, Katie Mccabe didn't seem as close to Viv and Beth as much. They seemed to be getting really close with Lia Walti. And someone posted and someone left a comment saying they think one of the reasons why is because Lia Walti was also hurt when Viv and Beth were hurt at the same time. So they kind of bonded a little more. They were kind of hurt together. So they were kind of hurt together. So they probably bonded a little bit. But then we also saw that officially Katie Mccabe is actually becoming number 11 on Arsenal, because Codina is coming and taking Katie McCabe's number. So Katie is going to be number 11, be Viv's old number. So she's still number 1, the president of the Viv Mead fan club. So that has not changed. So
I wonder if she's mad or upset someone's taking her number.
No, she's probably hyped that she gets to be Viv's number, because you want to come in, you don't want anyone to take the GOAT's number. You know what I mean? You want to take it. So that's the story. I mean, she said, you know, she wasn't cheating. She said she wasn't. But even if she was, it's kind of like, it's okay not to be your fan. You can still be hurt and not be your fan if she were. She wasn't. But it's, you know, do you kind of agree with what I say about that?
Well, and if she was, what are you going to do about it? What's going to happen?
Yeah.
You know, what's going to change? I don't know.
Because some people say people want to avenge Ruesha, be like, see, Ruesha, she was done wrong. And I guess I get that. But at that point, since you're not personally involved, it's kind of hard to do that. I guess court of public opinion can kind of feel like redemption, but still. That is the story. What does everyone think? I mean, but I think it's, Katie has to, as a public person, all eyes were on her. She knew the clubs she knew cameras were out. I guess for her own personal well-being, to kind of be as best behaved as you can, not thinking that anything's going to be taken out of context. And that's, I think, the part for Katie to be like, unfortunately, she is so famous and all eyes are on her that, maybe even just having fun with your friends. Unfortunately, it's a reality that things like this are going to happen.
Yeah, that's wild that she has to be like paranoid, from now on about everything. This is why celebrities don't go out.
Yeah. What does everyone think? Questions, comments down below. So she didn't cheat, but were you surprised when you saw the video? Questions, comments down below. We'll talk to everyone later. Have a great night. Bye.
Bye.